You know, I was burgled this week, and that actually wasn't the worst thing that's happened to me, because I recently made the discovery, in the midst of speaking about Eugenia Cooney recently, that Onision has returned. But he's not only returned, but he's returned into making content about things on the internet. Basically, I was going to make a video, just because I was kind of bored, to be honest with you. I was going to make a video just solely about what has Onision been up to in the last few months. You know, we like to do it on this second channel every few months. We do a little bit of an update on Onision because, you know, it's fun. Gregory is a complete mess, and he's recently been TikToking, and it's just a complete mess, to be honest with you. He's got his website where he just speaks to himself and other accounts who is clearly run by himself, and in general, he's just a complete chronic loser. But he made this this TikTok, 9 minutes long, 9-minute long TikTok, all about Eugenia Cooney. And I just kind of wanted to go through it and sit for it because, to be honest with you, it's just a complete load of bollocks. And Onision is somebody that does have a history with Eugenia. He's somebody that likes to act like he cares, but he has a history of doing the complete opposite of that. And I've sat through a section of this TikTok, and honestly, it's just terrible. And I kind of find it a bit interesting because, like, this has 395 likes. Like, no one is paying attention to this. He's even turned off comments because probably if he did, he would still get some level of hate. But, you know, it's a second channel. At the end of the day, the only people seeing this are people actually interested in Onision. I don't think he's gaining a new audience from me speaking about this. But yeah, let's see what Onision has to say about Eugenia Cooney in 2025.
This is a huge, huge topic for me. It's Eugenia Cooney, okay? I talk about
he's
her.
Not lying there. He has spoken about Eugenia a lot. For example, he does videos like, "May Eugenia Cooney live long and find great happiness IRL, but in Sims 4, eek." And yeah, it says Eugenia Cooney died in Sims 4. And then he's also got like multiple videos about her. Eugenia Cooney WWE wrestling. Eugenia argues with nurse in response to, Onision argues with nurse in response to Eugenia. Then he does parody videos of her cooking. In general, he just makes videos mocking her. And then occasionally he'll like sprinkle in a video of where he's pretending to care about her. This was like more the 2016 to 2019 era, and he actually hasn't spoken about it much, so I was kind of interested to see him be like, oh, I'm gonna speak about Eugenia today. I guess it's because she's become a bit of a trending topic recently, but yeah, let's go.
Her, and I'm gonna tell you the primary reason, because you guys are interested in talking about Eugenia Cooney. I have given up on Eugenia long ago.
I mean, you say that, but we know you never even cared about her in the first place. I'm not trying to say that Eugenia is an angel here, but Onision is unbelievably worse by an absolute mile, and we all know this guy never, ever actually cared for her, and if he did, he wouldn't be making videos like this. Like, I know this is like a jokey little parody video, but at the end of the day, all the videos that he's made on her, he has made so many videos about her, and a large chunk of them are just mocking her, and you're actually gonna see him do the exact same in this video.
Long ago, I gave up on her. But I'll get into that right after a message.
This is like a really weird thing he does here. The first 3 minutes of this video are him promoting is him promoting a chocolate bar, which he hasn't made. It's just being sold on Amazon, and he's just being like, oh yeah, you should totally eat this if you want to be healthy. Obviously, what he's doing is just subtly mocking Eugenia. Like, take a look at this. It's just fucking weird.
From something that's directly could benefit Eugenia Cooney. And no, this isn't wrong, because this is a
You can see the little smile that he's got going on here. Like, he knows that what he's doing is just... I mean, again, I'm not a fan of Eugenia, but it's like there's a certain way to go about this stuff, and he's just such a wanker.
Bar. And it's what all of you should be consuming if you want to actually look healthy and not look scary. Bill.
Again, is there really a need to say that? Like, we all know that Eugenia, like, obviously doesn't look great, but I just feel like coming from this guy, you just know that this is different. This isn't coming from a place of empathy. This is just mockery, and he's just such a dick.
This specific flavor, I hate. I don't like mint chocolates, and this one I
don't like you.
also hate. I'm going to go ahead and try this out. I've never tried this flavor out specifically, but I know I hate...
I know he's just doing this to be annoying, but it's like... He has, like, most of his TikToks are, like, 30 seconds to a minute long. So for him to sit down on here for 9 minutes, it feels like he probably does have an interest in it, but to sit down and for 3 minutes of it review a chocolate bar is a bizarre thing.
This one. A lot. If you guys want to get this, it tastes just like salt caramel. I hate salt caramel. Salt with chocolate is offensive to me. This one's my favorite.
Also, what's with the Christmas lights in the background, buddy? It's literally August.
Flavor. This one's like second or third favorite flavor. It's coconut. But there should be a link in the description.
And also, sorry to keep on pausing there, but it is just like hilarious to see where this guy's at. He's sat in like a fucking shed in the middle of his swamp, and he's just trying to he's trying to like flog his chocolate bars that have probably been laying around in his cupboard for the last like 10 years. He's like that desperate for money that he's actually doing TikTok shop stuff, being like, please buy my chocolate bars. And he's got to use Eugenia's name as a way to flog these fucking mint chocolate bars.
And there should be like a TikTok link or whatever we're on. If there's no link, then just go find it yourself. I won't profit from that. Who cares? It's at Costco for like $20 for like 12, which is a pretty good price for bars. But if I'm...
Why are you telling me this? Like, what is this?
TikTok, you find this product. You can possibly add like discount like links or
okay, why are you telling me this? I don't need to know this.
Codes to get yourself maybe $20 a box, $18 a box, something like that. You could potentially get that. I've done it twice. I've ordered 2 orders on TikTok of my own money, and I've spent...
You don't have any money. Good, we know you don't have any money. We have seen your bank statements, Chief. We know that you don't have any fucking money.
$100 each order, and they're 5 boxes. So
the only money this guy has is the money that he still somehow gets from copyright claiming people's videos. And by the way, how are YouTube still allowing this man to do that? Like, this video is most likely not going to make any money because he will copyright claim it. I will fight it, and hopefully I'll win it. I've won him in the past. But this guy, I don't know how he's still allowed to abuse the copyright system, and YouTube are like, go right ahead, Gregory. Take advantage of our system where you can exploit content creators that criticize you. It's like, I don't get it. Like, they've removed its monetization, but they still enable him to abuse the copyright system. Sorry for the little tangent. He's going on his little tangent. I'm going on mine.
Well, it's the same price as Costco. I felt like that was a good deal. Anyway, we'll go and try this out, and then we'll get to Eugenia Cooney. First of all, this is what all you should be doing, which is consuming highly nutritious bars.
That is not nutritious. I don't know how many times I need to tell people this. Just because something is at high protein, it doesn't mean it's nutritious. That's probably got about... I feel like if it's got like more than 5 ingredients... Not like it's like a bad for you thing, but it's most likely ultra processed, you know? And therefore, it's not exactly nutritious. When it says, oh, we've got vitamins and we've got fiber and we've got high protein, it's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, you're just eating a chocolate bar. Like if somebody says to me, oh, do you want this high protein, high in vitamins protein bar, or do you want the Mars bar? I'm just going to go for the fucking Mars bar because the Mars bar probably has less calories in it. And also, it tastes nicer. It doesn't have that chalky protein taste that most protein bars have. Sorry, again, for the rant. Look, I'm being rage baited here, by the way. I'm being prime rage baited by this guy. And if there's anything I can compliment Onision for, he is very good at rage baiting. He is. And I'm an example of that. Oh my God. Why are we doing this? Just get into the topic, man!
That was pretty goddamn good.
I do not like this guy. How old is Onision? I know this is not really anything to do with age, but I just can't believe he's still going. I can't believe he's still doing... Like, this has got 300 likes. And how does he make a living? Like, genuinely, I'm sorry to keep on not getting into the topic. It's more on him than me. But I'm so mystified by the fact that this guy doesn't have like a regular 9-to-5 job. If anyone should be punished by corporate America, it's this guy. Yet somehow he still has money in the bank, despite his fucking swamp issues, despite everything that's happened, his lawsuits and all that good stuff. This guy's still going and he's managing to do this as a job. I don't get it. And he's laughing at me.
I hate men. Wow. Okay. I don't hate this.
I hate you. I hate you.
Hate this one. I
hate you.
hate this one. I don't hate this one.
I hate you.
Anyway, it's basically like Laffy Taffy wrapped in chocolate.
Where's the Eugenia
with
stuff?
the chocolate mint taste.
Why are we doing
Tastes like a
this?
candy bar, but it's good for you, supposedly. On the Uke app, it's 30 out of 100.
I don't care.
Because of sucralose. But other than this, I think it's because of sucralose. You gotta verify everything I'm saying.
My brain's going to actually explode. And what do you mean you're going to verify things you're saying? The chocolate bar is in front of you. Read the ingredients list. It'll be on there. I mean, not only do I dislike this man because, you know, he actually traveled across state lines to engage in certain activities and did a load of other horrific stuff, threatened to sue me and all that good stuff. Maybe I should re-go through my lawsuit thing that he tried to threaten me with. That I've done it like 5 times, but it's always a good laugh. But aside from that stuff, I just hate... I don't know how much I can say on YouTube about getting flagged, but I don't like this guy for a multitude of reasons, and I'm not a fan of even his personality.
I'm just...
Like, also, like, sorry, but just, like, I don't get how this guy even became a big, successful YouTuber. I get it was a different time. I totally get that, but he's always come off like a bit of a bellend to me. Even like in 2010 when I was 13, I remember seeing the banana stuff and thinking, this guy's a bit of a weirdo. There's a bit of an off vibe about him. And then the Shiloh stuff happens and everything else happens, and it's like, you kind of wonder how this guy managed to cultivate an audience. Quite literally, by the way, cultivate.
Dumb online, okay? But if you download the Yuka app, not paid by them to say that, it's just a great app that I use for everything.
He's even got nets.
Yuka tells you what poisons are in your food. Like if you go to Costco right now and you start scanning stuff.
Sorry, but people that get onto their channels and TikToks and they, again, I mentioned it earlier, and are like health gurus and they're like, don't eat this chocolate bar instead. It's far healthier. It's like, it's still a chocolate bar. If you want to be nutritional and healthy, go eat some Whole Foods. Eat a sweet potato. Eat an apple. Something on those lines. Don't come up to me and say, oh, my chocolate bar is healthier than your chocolate bar. It's just bollocks.
You're going to find you're eating a lot of poison. Okay, and this, last time I checked, was a 30 out of 100, which is bad, but it's not average, right? Average is like a 2. Like so many drinks.
So it still is bad. Why are we here?
And everything are just straight up poison. The stuff that you guys are...
I am going to put a timestamp in for when he actually gets into the Eugenia stuff, by the way, because I understand that I am wasting your time here, but I promise you I didn't actually intend to do that. I thought from what I watched this earlier, and I thought he went straight into it. I completely forgot about this chocolate stuff.
So this is potentially good for you. Now, in regards to Eugenia Cooney...
Finally! Jesus!
A lot of people have this idea, like I had someone DM me the other day, and yes, I'm being this real to actually talk about hey, you guys.
Why is it gone? I've just waited 3 minutes of my life, 13 minutes even. Oh my god. No.
This is
okay,
a huge
here we go, let's go back.
Product.
Oh, I'm getting rage baited by my own
Which
computer.
is bad, but it's not average, right? In regards to Eugenia Cooney, a lot of people have this idea, like I had someone DM me the other day, and yes, I'm being this real to actually talk about a singular DM.
You are not a real human being. If there's one thing we can all collectively agree in the comment section, in my DMs, anything, we can all just get together and agree that this man is not a real man. You know that woman who was like, this motherfucker is not real. That's what I'd say if I saw Onision in the street. Genuinely, I refuse to believe that this is a real human being. Like when you see the photos of him in court wearing Astro trainers and stuff, I just refuse to believe this is a real man.
Because I've seen this comment many, many times, right? People are saying, oh, you gave me my ED. First of all, I'm a guy online that makes videos, okay? I didn't give you anything. I would have to actually tell you to do that, and I didn't, okay?
See, this is playing blissful ignorance here and just outright gaslighting us. So basically, for a long period of time, a lot of people out there have criticized Onision for a lot of content that he used to make in his past, where he judged people's bodies and stuff like that. And it would particularly be aimed towards a lot of younger people. People below the age of 18 would submit their bodies, some above the age of 18, but it definitely was a series that mocked people for their bodies, criticized people for their bodies, and Onision has the gall to come on here and be like, oh, I didn't tell you to develop certain things, like that's how these certain things even develop. Like, if mental health issues don't develop by somebody being like, don't eat or be depressed. That's not how they develop. And how they do develop is... I've clicked on the wrong video, but we'll get into him in a second. That's a bit of a jump scare. How they do develop is videos like this. Ugly to pretty bodies. Rate me from 1 to 10. Onision rating worst body features to have. Fat belly and girl pictures of Onision. I know these aren't his titles, but they're re-uploads from his videos. There are so many videos that he has done like this, and this is how these types of things that he's describing, that I'm probably going to mute some of the words for because of YouTube TOS, develop. So to come on and say, oh, well, I'm not the reason for them, is absolute bollocks. And yeah, he definitely is responsible for mentally damaging a lot of people out there. And he can't deny that, even though he's going to try to.
If you look through my history...
We just did, and we've just proved you definitely did do that.
I have a very, very long history of saying, don't starve yourself.
But I'm going to judge your body and criticize you and rate your body to my millions of fans. Like, let's be real here, people. There's no justification for doing that. Even if you're trying to be nice about it, there's no justification for getting onto your YouTube channel and being like, the 18 to 16-year-old girls, I'm going to rate your body. That sounds really weird out of context. But that's kind of what he did. He may say that he didn't, but he did. We've seen it. We've seen the receipts. We've seen the proof. By the way, if I'm speaking really fast, it's because I've had like 3 coffees, and I'm on like, what's the word? Fast forward. I'm going quickly.
Take care of yourself. Eat healthy, right?
As he promotes chocolate bars.
By
the way, if you eat chocolate bars, I eat chocolate bars. I was eating some chocolate just now. It's fine, but I just hate people that like try to make like traditionally unhealthy foods sound healthy. Like, yes, maybe it is a little beneficial if there's a little bit of protein in there, but at the end of the day, if I'm trying to get protein, if I'm trying to go to the gym and get gains, I'm not eating chocolate. Occasionally I am, but I'm not eating it on like a daily basis. I'm gonna eat healthy whole foods that are actually nutritious and have nutritional value. Sorry.
A documented history of telling people to eat healthy. Specifically, I tell people to go talk to the doctor, and whatever the doctor's advice is, eat in accordance with what the doctor tells you, okay? Because I'm no expert. But people like to do this thing...
You sure like to sound like an expert.
Where, like, someone says something bad about someone else, or it's popular to say bad things about someone online, and so...
I mean, you've built your entire career off that. I know it's ironic coming from me, but if I was to complain about people... you know, making videos and other people, that would be ridiculous, but he's now doing that, and it's like, Onision, you have made so many videos criticizing other individuals out there. You have so many videos about Eugenia Cooney and just outright mocking her, so don't play that card.
So therefore, they start coming up with these ideas of what will get me attention if I say these things.
Incredibly ironic, because that's exactly what you're doing right now.
The extent to which I have talked about how Eugenia Cooney should eat healthy, and Eugenia Cooney needs help.
Wow. Riveting takes.
And Eugenia Cooney could benefit from a therapist and a physical or nutrition.
I think the conversation surrounding Eugenia, is when it's just, oh, I think she should be healthy. It's not really productive. I think instead we should talk about the family. We should talk about the people that enable her, the people that have actively almost encouraged her to get into the position that she's in. Yes, we can also worry about her, but the standard of oh yeah, I think she should be healthy. It's like, well, yeah, that's what we say about any other human being on the planet, you know? This is just Onision using Eugenia as rage bait, and he's trying to like do the fake caring thing of where he's like, oh, I really care about her, despite having a history of outright mocking her. Now, I'm not saying you can't criticize Eugenia. I've criticized her for her weird-ass Trump videos and stuff like that. I don't actually really like Eugenia. I honestly, I don't. I think there's a lot of problems there that just doesn't really appeal to me. But at the same time, when it comes to her actual health, I think the main people to blame are the people that have enabled her, the people that allowed her to go in a YouTube video with 30 million views only a few months after she got out of rehab. These are the types of things that I think we should talk about, not the basic of yeah, I want her to be healthy. It's like, okay, we all want her to be healthy. And like, by the way, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I know more than everyone, I'm better than everyone in this topic, but I think it's fine to give your best wishes. But what he's doing here is he's made a 9-minute video where he's trying to be above everyone. He's trying to act like he's got like this different take to everyone. Where it's like, no, everyone wishes her well. You know, that's the most standard thing to this whole story.
Therapist as well. All these things, telling you guys to rely on the experts for what you eat. I've personally interviewed people live who state that Eugenia Cooney is the reason that they wound up in the ER, the emergency room. Okay? Eugenia Cooney's fans directly saying that if you really want to talk about people who cause other people to...
What is this, bro? Like, even if that's true, why are you bringing this up? You've made a video where you're attempting to sound like you're caring about her, but now you're all attacking her. Like, I mean, if that's true, then to be honest with you, I definitely think Eugenia has contributed to these things, and I definitely think it is valid criticism, but I'm not really sure what this angle is in this video, because he's making it out like he cares for her, then he's coming after her. I don't really know what he's doing here. It almost feels like he's using Eugenia as a way to excuse his previous actions, where it's like, no, I'm going to criticize both of you guys. Like, you know, I think Eugenia definitely needs help, but I can criticize her for a multitude of things. But I'm not then going to be like, oh, if I've done something bad in the past, I'm going to use Eugenia's actions as a way to deflect from it, which he's doing here, by the way. He's basically being like, people have complained about me doing these things, when actually Eugenia's done these things. It's like, well, you've made videos outright rating people's bodies and making people feel bad. I would argue that's far worse than anything Eugenia has done in regards to that sort of topic.
Starve themselves, that's Eugenia Cooney, without question. I will go on the record, I will go under oath, whatever you want, I will go on a polygraph.
What is with this guy and talking about polygraphs? If you've like followed Onision for a while, you'll see this like thing he has where he keeps on bringing up the fact he's done polygraphs in the past and that he's like managed to pass certain polygraphs. Like that means really anything. Like, let's be real here, people. Sociopaths can pass polygraphs. It's something, well, you know, I'm not going to come out here and act like I'm a therapist and stuff, but I think we can all agree that this guy has some tendencies, which I'm not diagnosing anyone, but I'm saying he kind of fits a lot of descriptions, and I'm not surprised Onision is able to pass a polygraph, to be honest with you. And also, polygraphs aren't exactly these 100% accurate things which will completely be right every single time. And I think the fact that this guy is so obsessed with them is kind of, I don't know, kind of says something to me.
Eugenia Cooney, through the testaments of other people that I've spoken directly with, has directly inspired people through her example to wind up in the ER.
Yes, but so have you. And what you're saying right now doesn't justify your previous actions.
Okay? And the reason, like, I'm an anti-SELFHARM guy.
Oh, you're
I'm
so
an
strong.
anti-SUICIDE
you're so wonderful.
in the regards to other people.
I don't even think he knows what he just said. And, like, I think he genuinely has no idea what he just went through.
Not doing it type of guy, right?
Yes, you are definitely a type of guy. One of the worst type of guys.
I myself struggle with
being a terrible person.
SUICIDE thoughts all the time. Like, I struggle every single day.
I'm just gonna keep my thoughts to myself on this section here, because like there's like some like. Oh, this video, I'm just going to say, is also just for comedic purposes. Like, even though it's a very serious thing, let's just say it's under dark humor. Mainly because there's so many jokes that I want to make right now that I will not make because I don't want to get like banished to the shadow realm on YouTube. But yeah.
With these things.
Just of him being like, I'm anti this, and I'm just covering my tracks right now.
This is why, for so long, I've made videos about these. Like, I started making those videos right after I got out of serving our country. Right after that,
I don't think you served your country. As far as I know, you got kicked out of the military. So, no, I don't think you did serve your country. And again, also, what does this matter here in terms of relevance that you were in the military for a short space of time? There's no reasoning to bring this up other than I guess he's trying to score some brownie points, being like, guys, I was in the military, like a lot of people in the military love to do, like it's some form of excuse for any terrible action.
Was literally on the edge. I was struggling so much.
I'm struggling to watch this video.
Just trying to make it day by day, and making those videos helped me.
What making videos rating people's bodies? Is this what helped you in your horrible time? That's kind of concerning, to be honest with you.
Survive. And making these videos in general helps me survive emotionally.
Was being horrible to your exes the thing that helped you survive? Was recording your ex when she had an emotional breakdown multiple times and uploading it onto your YouTube channel the thing that helped you? Because he did those things very shortly after getting kicked out of the military. So It's kind of weird, to be honest with you.
Mentally, etc.
Says a lot.
A daily struggle, right? But something that I don't suffer from is I don't suffer from SELF-HARM. I don't suffer from necessarily an ED or anything.
Oh God. I've just realized. I thought he was like naming medical conditions here. Then I just realized that he's just like spelling out bad things, I should say. Oh God, that makes this whole thing seem so much more. I genuinely didn't even realize. I just thought he was talking about medical conditions. Oh Jesus. I promise you, I'm not encouraging anything. Oh dear. I genuinely thought he was talking about medical conditions. Jesus. I apologize. I didn't realize that he was mentioning that. I thought, I know he was saying that he was sad and all, but I didn't. Jeez.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I do still see how I can help people by talking about it. And that's what's so...
Like, come on for a second, people. When someone says, like, oh, yeah, I was in a POOP, it's like, that sounds like a group, but reality is I'm just spelling out poop. But most people wouldn't pick up on it if I was like, yeah, I'm a big part of POOP. It's poop. But it also sounds like a medical condition when you say PEOP, okay? Jesus.
Funny or weird or QUEER about people writing...
Did you say queer? Is that what he said?
Me saying, you gave me my ED. Because that's straight up impossible. And it's straight up impossible in this...
I hope he said queer, because if I'm just random... It doesn't... Now it makes me sound like I'm saying you're a queer. I'm not saying that. By the way, I am bisexual, part of that community, so just thought I'd clarify.
That if you actually watch my content...
Is queer not a bad word as well? Like, can people let me know in the comment section? Like, I know people who are in the LGBTQ plus community can say it, but like, if it's in the name, are straight people allowed to say it? I'm genuinely just curious. Like, in terms of what the social rules are of today, let me know. God, what am I getting myself into in this video? Honestly, this was meant to be about Eugenia, but honestly, he's given some horrible take where he's tried to use her actions as a way to excuse his actions and just gone on a ramble about himself. It's like, this is shit.
Throughout history, I say repeatedly, like almost to a painful extent, if you are healthy, you should be proud of yourself. If you are healthy, you should be proud of yourself. Starving yourself is not healthy, therefore I couldn't have possibly given you an ED. You may say,
then why did you make so many videos acting like you were an expert about it?
Oh, I looked at a person who was very, very overweight, and I said, you are very overweight to them, right?
Yeah.
I may have said that. But if you say a person who is overweight, that's just you telling someone that they are overweight. And if you say, hey, you should talk to a doctor and get, actually assessed as to whether or not you're overweight, that's perfectly fine too.
I mean, it is in some contexts, and it isn't in some contexts. Like, if you just go up to a random person across the street who clearly is a heavier size, and you go up to him and say, you're a big fat piece of shit, like, obviously you can't do that. And you can't even go up to them and say it nicely, by the way. Don't go up to somebody you see who is clearly a larger weight and say to them, hey man, I'm really concerned about your well-being. You don't really have the right to do that. Now, maybe if somebody's making content on the internet about it, where they're blatantly, like, exploiting their weight, playing into, like, a certain YouTube game, like, there's obviously a lot of content creators out there that have done this for a very long time. Nikocado Avocado, for example, for a very long time exploited his health on YouTube, turned it into a genre that a lot of other content creators followed. I think at that point, it's fine to talk about because it's affecting other people as well. It's turning it into this money-related thing where people are getting to that size for financial reasons. Then I think it's fine. But don't go up to random people and say it. Maybe if you're slightly concerned about a family member, that's a bit different. But I don't think you can just do it in every single scenario. But again, what does this have to do with Eugenia?
So as far as Eugenia Cooney goes, it's amazing that platforms for so long have enabled her to trigger, to...
That's incredibly... Sorry, I'll let him speak.
Spread her literal disease to other people that directly is a risk to her own existence. I may have taken another...
What just happened there? Firstly, that is incredibly ironic that Onision is saying that. Onision complaining about people negatively impacting other people on the internet is genuinely one of the most ironic things I think I've ever heard, because this man has only had a negative impact on social media. Does anyone have a positive opinion on this guy other than like some satanic evil demonic beings that are out there. Like, is there anyone out there that genuinely thinks that this guy has contributed any form of positivity to social media? Because personally, like, I'm not saying that I'm the most positive, but the stuff that this guy has done is just outright insane. So no, I don't think that he can really play this card. And I don't really get the purpose of this video. It does just kind of feel like he's using Eugenia as like a way to brush away his own crimes. And it's like, buddy, we're not stupid. We know what you're doing.
Bite of that bar.
Oh, God, he's brought the chocolate bars up again. What is with these chocolate bars?
Man, all of you should be doing this. Eating.
Wait, what are you doing? Why are you bringing up chocolate bars in the midst of a serious conversation?
Protein bars. If it's healthy for you, consult a doctor. But ultimately, in this topic of Eugenia Cooney,
did he just get a little bit hungry? During this video? Did he just start like, oh, I need a little munchie, need a little snacky wacky? Is that what? I don't like halfway through my videos be like, be right back, guys, got to eat a protein bar. Like, what?
Support her. I think that what she does is appalling. She posts Instagram photos that straight up trigger countless people. You trigger me. You trigger me. And I'm going to say that I have the exact same opinion about you. So please stop posting on the internet for the sake of my mental sanity. She has directly harmed countless human beings.
So have you! Like, more than she has, by a mile. You're in, like, criminal court cases about this stuff. It might be civil court cases, actually. But either way, he's in some form of court case about it.
With their self-image. And she's harmed them in the way that she's saying, look at me, flaunting her starved physique.
You flaunted your fucking swamp, mate. That's what you flaunted. How are you complaining about people flaunting when you are literally Onision?
And she's trying to be like, you should be like me.
Haven't you spent this entire video like giving life advice and telling people what to do?
By flaunting that. And that's crazy. I'm all about... And you could say the same thing about that Nikki guy, Nikki Avocado, or whatever.
We can say it about you as well. Like you are worse than these two people. Like, I am their biggest critics, but you are worse, buddy.
Thing. He's trying to tell people it's okay to end yourself through complete and utter abuse of themselves.
In defense of Nick Avocado, which I thought I'd never say, I don't think Nick has ever actually said that. I don't think Nick has ever said that it's okay to do what he did. Like, I don't agree with Nick and his actions, but I feel like Nick was very self-aware about everything. There was a lot of satire, but I don't think Nick ever seriously got on video and was like, yeah, I think eating this amount of food every single day is a good thing.
None of this stuff is acceptable. As I understand, people who are like Nikki Avocado they're actually technically have longer lives. Even so, responsibility and accountability should find Eugenia Cooney, because it's
incredibly ironic that he is saying this. He has just basically made a mini commentary video saying that somebody else needs to take some form of accountability, and he's used their actions to try and brush away all of his own actions. And it's genuinely hilarious. I don't know why he made this video, because for one, it's not really been seen by anyone other than myself and 395 other people. But at the end of the day, like, everything he's saying here is completely hypocritical. I do, like, if it wasn't Onision, some of the things he's saying does make a lot of sense when it comes to Eugenia, but he's not saying it out of a point of trying to actually do anything good or benefit anyone. He's only saying these things because he wants people to like him. And I've seen how TikTok works. I've seen the worst possible people come onto TikTok and give a little hot take, and then you'll get people in the comment section being like, oh, well, I don't really like this guy, but he's spitting facts. And then eventually that actually develops into them being a fan of the guy who's spitting facts. And I kind of feel like that's what he's trying to do here. It feels like on this TikTok, he's just trying to rehabilitate his image. And it's not working, thank God. But at the end of the day, it's just like... it's just embarrassing. And the fact he's still here, man, like on social media, doing the things that he's doing, does it not get to a point of where you feel embarrassed and think to yourself, maybe it's time to call quits. Maybe it's time to call it a day. You've got a partner. You've got kids. Like, you've got a swamp. Like, take care of that stuff, man. Like, take care of your life. Whatever you're doing here is just just really embarrassing, to be honest with you. But yeah, in conclusion to everything, I mean, I'm not really surprised that Onision has once again been embarrassing and made a terrible video, but at the end of the day, I don't really understand the point of any of this. Like, I think he said some very basic thoughts about Eugenia that we were saying around 5-6 years ago, and then he just tried to clear his name. But honestly, he just did the absolute opposite, and I have a slightly worse opinion on him now. But yeah, that's probably the end of the video. Please let me know your thoughts down below, why you think he did this video, what the purpose of it was, and what you think about him and Eugenia. And please like and subscribe. I'm gonna go do something better than this. Bye bye everyone, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.